All right, hi everyone. This is Gav and this is Big, and it's another IPL podcast that will start with football news. That one of the greatest footballing coach in the history of football, Jose Mourinho, was sacked 3 days ago by Tottenham Hotspurs after 17 months. It was a disaster, but everything that big deal was overshadowed, and of all, Mourinho was not be happy about this thing by the biggest scandal in the European, or let's just say world footballing world, when the closed shop breakaway European Super League was announced on Sunday, but by Tuesday it was already shut. The shop was shut. It was like a New Delhi. It's like, oh, it's a curfew, and it was crumbled to dust, and everybody, because everyone hated it, like unlike India, you can just like sell any player anywhere, but it really mattered, particularly in England. There were really enormous protests. So that was a big deal. Let's come back to IPL. IPL big news is not really that big, because the biggest news I can see right now is Liam Livingston leaving Royals. I mean, last thing Royals need is somebody leaving them right now, because they are really short-changed, and he goes back to England to participate in the protest against the Super League, which is the last thing I made up, but I'm pretty sure he was going there. But it's already over, Liam. Everything is done and dusted. He can go back and play cricket. I know you're disappointed, but it's not going to happen. He can say a lot of things, but I think he's just going back because they're not playing him, and he's like bored there, and his salary is like very low. So he's like, if you want to deduct my salary, just go ahead. I'm not going to play. Just let me go. But yeah, right now, Royals, they're going to come dead last like this. All right, let's start with the first match that we had earlier this week, which was CSK and RR. CSK, we started, gave them a very low ranking, but they've done very well. And just now also, they've just won, even after magical innings by Russell the Muscle and Cummin the Pumpkin. Okay, I should have thought of that before. So that didn't work out. All right, so Gaikwad, I thought after CSK's third match, Gaikwad should have given way to Robinson Uthappa in this match. Did not happen. We'll come back to that. Suresh Raina was finding it very difficult against the short stuff, which has been very well documented. And right now, Suresh Raina did not even come to bat today. So let's see what happened there. And Dhoni came out to bat. Come back to that. Unatkar, although was like, one match, as I said, Unatkar will take 2 wickets, and he's the greatest bowler in the history. Dude, they paid like more than 10 crores for you. You're supposed to take wickets. Now Unatkar, as I would say, is back to bad, not breaking bad. So he took 0 wickets of 40 runs. So he's now concentrating on his batting skills, because he batted really well, relatively speaking. He made 24 of 17. And then Sanju Samson, who is genuine and certified, more certified than ISI, of one game in every 5-game wonder. Also, he needs to be dropped by people like Rahul on 12 or something to give that one big performance. And Moeen Ali turned out to be the greatest batsman, bowler, fielder ever, because he took 3 wickets for 7 runs, and then he made 26 of 20. He is the true legend, because that's how the commentators talk, right? Every time somebody hits a 6, 2, 6, he's a legend. He should be in Indian team. He should be greatest, better than Sunil Gavaskar and Sachin Tendulkar, everybody. That's what they did with Prithvi also, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
That's my take on this thing. But Rajasthan Royals right now is, as we would say, sitting ducks. Anybody should come and hatch their eggs, and CSK did exactly that, and they destroyed them completely in that match. I don't have much else to say about that one. So if either you talk about that a little bit, or you can take up Mumbai versus DC. That was a match happened yesterday.
Yeah, I think CSK, when we did the prediction podcast, I said that I think they will do better than the last year tournament, and you said no, I think they'll still come last. So I had this feeling that somehow they will bounce back, and obviously they are starting, and this also matters now because they are doing well. They're mostly because their batsmen are making runs, and they are playing in 1KD. So it's a good thing, because most of their batsmen were short on runs, but since they are playing on a good pitch, it has helped them. And again, inclusion of Jadeja has really helped them. He's taking wickets, he's stopping runs, taking catches and everything. So yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 players can actually really lift your team. So that has happened with them. And RR, yeah, I think RR, and it will be a competition between Rajasthan Royals and Punjab Kings 11 for the wooden spoon. So yeah, I think
it's going to be a big competition, and they're going to be fighting helter-skelter with each other, because it's just not looking good. It's not looking good, and it's definitely not looking good for them. Punjab seems to be a better team than RR, but yeah, I can't see any of, definitely those two. Now that CSK is playing very well, and now SRH has finally won today. So it doesn't look like that's going to be them. Big fight between them. So the next match was between DC and MI. MI has, although a lot of people have been not talking about this because MI just won last 2 matches, but it was very evident that MI has been very below par. How they've been winning is because of their aura, and they're trying to choke the other team, and the other team gets nervous, and then they're relying on that. This time they would have done exactly the same thing, except they were probably just 7 runs short, and Bumrah decided to bowl 2 fucking no balls in the penultimate over.
Yeah, correct.
Which is how, like, that will obviously make you lose, but even with 137 or something, they were still going to beat bloody Delhi. So I don't know what that says about Delhi. I do understand at the same time the pitch was difficult to bat on, but have you seen Delhi's batting lineup? Jesus Christ. So it was completely uncharacteristic of Bumrah. He bowled very well, but 2 no balls, you're going to get killed right at that stage. So Krunal Pandya, we found out that is actually not good after all. Not a good bowler, not a good fielder, not a good batsman. I don't know what he is. Brother. His brother also is not doing very well. He can't bowl. Got on the golden duck this time. But Amit Mishra comes back and he shows you he's a rock star. He's the legend. So every match is a legend. So this legend is, but he did take 4 wickets for 24. Yeah, now 4 wickets to 24. He was really good. He was sweating so much. I thought he would have lost like 6 kilos already by the end of third over. And everybody's like, Prithvi is so amazing. Prithvi's fixed up everything. How the fuck somebody has fixed up everything after making runs in 1 match and not performing in fucking 16? Exactly. Now you see even good pitches also. This was not even a good pitch, but he was never, like he's just throwing his bat around to hit everything. He's going to get out. He's not going to survive. I was just happy that he survived Bolt, which was good enough because he somehow just nudged him for like a single here and there, so moved away from there. And Shikhar Dhawan, we again found out the greatest batsman ever, obviously. But do you think that was a catch with Hardik Pandya claimed to have caught Shikhar when Shikhar was on 4?
Yeah, I didn't see that, so I can't comment on that.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay, there was a lot of controversy. Pandya claimed that catch, but it went to third umpire, and because the video is like so blurry, you can't actually see it, so it was just given not out. But there was no controversy or like there was no fight in between the teams because I think it was just Indian players and they're like friends, they were high-fiving. But Pandya had claimed it and then it went to third umpire, and it was just because it was very inconclusive. But I can't say anything. So anyway, I wasn't sure at that stage. But it did not look out or not out. So that stage, that's why they gave him not out. So yeah. Now, Hardik Pandya is unlikely to bowl now that we're on Hardik Pandya topic, or the Pandya topic. He's unlikely to bowl in the near future, and now his batting looks like really shady. He got a golden duck. So not looking good. So Mumbai, I think, came out very arrogant, which at the same time, I also understand they always come out arrogant because they are really good. And this time, but when you make 137, all they need to make was 147 or 144 also. Delhi would have still crumbled with that. Yeah. And my question to you is, like, Mumbai were runaway leaders last year. They were like, all set, number 1 position. Everybody else was in the pack. At least 4 or 5 teams are in the pack. They're fighting for the second, third, fourth slot. But do you reckon this time it will be RCB is going to be taking the top spot like straight away? And then Mumbai is going to be back in the pack with SRH, Delhi, KKR also. I mean, right now it's CSK to be very honest because KKR is out. So there could be 6 teams fighting for those last 3 spots.
I think it's too early. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's too early to say because this year format is the teams are playing in three stadiums, right? So it seems that RCB adjusted to the Chennai environment or pitch or whatever better than other teams, but now they'll have to play in 3 other venues. So it's too early to say because CSK is already on top, so you never know what's going to happen. But I think coming back to Mumbai, during the prediction podcast, I said that I see the only problem I see in Mumbai is Hardik Pandya and Pollard. Both are Hardik Pandya, and I didn't even think about Krunal Pandya because he had been ordinary in the India-England series as well. So it just feels that they are lacking the X factor, which the commentators always allude to. So the X factor is missing this year, at least till now. Suryakumar Yadav is playing really well, but he seems to get out somehow in every match. But yeah, I think they really need to think about Krunal Pandya at least, and maybe Hardik Pandya also later on, because he is now playing as a pure batsman. So I think that will be interesting to see, and it's very evident that they are struggling in Chennai because they have always played in their home pitch was Wankhede, so they have always played on good batting pitches, where even the average players make a lot of runs. So I think that has been the strength of Mumbai's, or that has been the secret of Mumbai's success. And DC, yeah, again they are very hot and cold. Uh, Somehow they managed to win yesterday, but yeah, like we suggested, or like we are talking throughout all the podcasts, that it seems very indecisive, like their planning and everything yesterday also. I think bowling changes worked for him, but actually MI started really well. I don't know why he was bowling Stoinis. I mean, Stoinis took a wicket, but other than that, the other bowlers were going for runs, and Rabada came later on. So it was good that Mishra took those wickets. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult for DC to restrict Mumbai. So yeah.
All right, fair enough. So, see, all I will say is that because DC has started well, so right now the bad captaincy will get glossed over, because if he was captaining Punjab or if he was captaining RR, it would be really found out. Because if RR Punjab actually qualifies, I will be like, they are the best captains because they are shittest teams on earth.
Yeah,
they cannot qualify, so that will be. But because it's a good team, why I'm saying is that RCB, if they win tomorrow, they're definitely finishing top, because RCB has a very good team and they have like people, like really great players, and also like people they run on confidence, performance, and they're driven. So right now, once they start so well, it will be hard to see that, you know, after winning 4 games straight, they'll not finish top. Mumbai's already dropped 2 matches, and CSK is definitely going to lose matches. So yeah,
CSK
it's not going to happen that CSK is going to happen. So it can get interesting right now, but let's see which we'll find out. SRH finally won the match. We've been waiting for them. They haven't been playing badly, but they have been losing exactly something they were doing last year until they got a grip on themselves and actually qualified. Right now, it can get even more difficult because CSK has obviously won 3 matches out of 4. So SRH is not going to be easy, but I think SRH needs to win the next couple of matches and probably definitely 3 out of next 4 matches to really come back in contention. But today, SRH did not make it completely easy, but I mean, it was a fairly cakewalk. They didn't really destroy them. That was the only difference, because after they got them out for what, 100 and how many runs did they make? 118, 19, something terrible runs, right? 120. Okay, so then SRH was, as I say, 7th time lucky at the Chepauk Stadium, or maybe it was just the aura of Kane fucking Williamson, who's some coolest calm. By the way, Nicholas Pooran got his 3rd duck in 4 matches. His IPL average right now is a grand total of 2.25.
Without facing a ball.
Without even facing a ball this time, right? So he does that very, very well.
Yeah.
Did he play 1 ball today? How did he get out without playing a ball?
Run out.
Oh, he was run out. Yeah, well, Nicholas Pooran's like, Pooran, there's already there's a lot of zeros in his name also. So he's like fulfilling his name. So also Bairstow, after getting stumped, like hit wicket, or as I said, smashed wicket in the last game, he again smashed into the stumps when he was getting Shami run out, but luckily he didn't get both the bails off. So only one bail came off, and the third umpire said, okay, one bail came off, it's fine. So Shami's run out. So, and then Bairstow is also the greatest batsman ever now, because he scored 63 of 56 and he was not out, and he took SRH to their first victory. So I think it was a good match, fairly boring. There was nothing happening from the very onset. It was like, only way it could have been interesting by SRH again screwing up something badly, but they did not. And Kane Williamson was there. It's like, don't worry, I'm here. We'll get there. So
dropped his cat.
So they dropped him as well. Oh, that's pretty normal. I just love Rahul's face whenever they drop something and they make mistakes. Rahul is like, "Kya karu yaar? Kahan phas gaya?"
कहाँ फंस गया? इससे अच्छा मैं RCB में ही था.
The problem is, you're captain. You can't even ask for it getting transferred. It's like, मेरे को दे दो, मेरे को RCB भेज दो.
Yeah, because I don't know. A lot of people know about this. Even I didn't know. But apparently he only asked the RCB management to make him available for auction. He thought that he'll be picked up for more money. So he only, because he was in RCB, right, and he was pretty successful there as well. But then he said, okay, since I'm getting very less money here, let me go to the auction, and then rest is history.
Well, he's making the money, right? So fair enough.
Yeah.
So we can be happy with that one.
Yeah.
So today's match, then it happened. Do you have anything to say about the SRH match?
No, I mean it was pretty boring, so I don't want to
It
spend
was
too much
fairly
time.
boring, right? There's nothing else to
Yeah.
say. It was just boring. SRH won. SRH is happy. Okay, Uttapa simply cannot get in even when Gaikwad is in complete flop, and Gaikwad scored like 20 runs at strike rate of 54. But today he was really on fire. One thing I liked was all of his shots that he was playing were really connecting very well, like a proper batsman. But again, we realize that what kind of pitch this is, right? Because now if you compare, again, it's without being harsh, because he made 64 or 42. I mean, Pat Cummins made 66 or 34, he was not out. My point is that it did show one thing, that Gaikwad as a batsman is not a deficient batsman. It's just when the
Yeah.
pitch is going to be difficult or when the bowler is going to be good, Gaikwad is not going to be able to do much. That's something he will not be able to do what Watson did. Not that Watson was a great batsman, he was also performing in 1 in 3 matches. But with Watson is one thing that, if he gets going, then the pitch doesn't matter. But with Gaikwad, pitch would matter. And today I could see that he was playing very good shots, and when he was connecting clean, like clean connection. So that was really good. I'm happy for him. He also looked happy that he finally got it, because if he did not perform this time, it would have been very difficult, because luckily he's with CSK, and CSK gives you a long rope, as they say, and they say like you can play for longer. But after you don't, also the good thing is CSK had won 2 out of 3 matches. That also helps. If CSK lost 3 in 3 and Gaikwad had performed the way he performed, it must have been Robin Uthappa, and Robin Uthappa is not happy today because Gaikwad scored very well. Robin's like, no more water boy stuff, more change of gloves, more bloody this thing. I don't know if you noticed this thing, but Dhoni has been, since last IPL, he's been staying away from the heat, man. He's been always sitting in the air conditioned
Correct.
booths. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and this time today also he was sitting in the air conditioned booth, and it's been very, I think it's, I don't know, I don't want to use the word disturbing, but I mean, come on, man, you need to sit outside. You're just chilling inside all
Yeah.
the time, and he's just trying to like cool himself in. He's like living in a different world altogether. So don't like it. But he came out to bat after 2 down. He said, Raina, you stay, I'll go. This was like pure magic, man. Nobody, I didn't expect that. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, Dhoni's coming out. He's like, oh, I'll play. And he hit a couple of boundaries as well. So
Yeah.
that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think
We
he's
have
also
to,
feeling the pressure. Yeah, sorry to cut you, but I think he's also
yeah,
feeling
go
the
on.
pressure because there would be some murmurs inside the team, right? That okay, we are doing well, but our captain is not contributing at all. I mean, he's wicketkeeper obviously, and he's the captain, so he makes the strategies and everything. But I mean, there would at some level there would be some kind of pressure that okay, I should also make some runs at least. So I think that's why he wanted to, because they were in a very fairly comfortable position, right? Even if he would have got out without making any run, they wouldn't have broken a sweat, CSK. So I think that it was a safe choice, but yeah, an interesting one.
Yeah, I think it was a safe choice, but I don't know what kind of pressure he can really have. But because he's a Gunda, but I can definitely feel there must be some pressure internally, and also the fact that what was happening before was, at least till a couple of years ago, that he would like simply refuse to bat, but whenever he'll come at least 1 or 2 times, he will perform and make sure they win, which was not happening. So if you come out to bat 1 in 5 matches, so overall 3 times you come out to bat, all 3 times you fail, then you just literally made no runs in the entire IPL, which happened last time, by the way.
Yeah,
So
correct.
that actually catches on to you. So you feel like might as well come out to bat and fail, but at least succeed in 1 out of 3 times. At least it look that I'm playing something. So that I definitely agree. We have to talk about Faf du Plessis, who was firing all cylinders. Very
Yeah.
good pitch, but he made 95. He should have made the 100 today. But did very well. Cummins got spanked for 0 for 58. Obviously, he made up more than enough with his 66 for 34. And the only sad part is that they ran out of all the wickets, because there were still 5 deliveries to go.
Yeah,
I mean, the way he was hitting, anything was possible, right?
correct.
But before that, it was Russell the Muscle who came out, who scored like 54 and 22, then got like cleaned up with like behind his legs. He was not even paying attention. Then he kept sitting on the stairs, and all the cameras kept popping on him. He was probably just thinking of the fucking like the steak or what dinner he's gonna have, and they're like, no, he's still thinking about how he got out. No, he's just thinking of food and beer and drinks and shit, man. He's just sitting there. He's like, I can just sit here and chill. It's just nicer than sitting away from people. And by the way, Deepak Chahar, I have to give it to him. I mean, I'm going to call him a legend because that's what everybody says. Like, everybody's a legend now. But he
Yeah.
has been performing very well. And today on this pitch, it counts. It genuinely
Yeah,
counts,
yeah.
because this was a good pitch to bat on, and he was very good. And he was bowling also, like he was swinging in the air. His line was right. He was really asking some questions. So I think I have to give it to him. Shubman Gill was unlucky to get out on Golden Duck, because that ball could have gone anywhere. But I like this Shubman Gill right now. I think if we're gonna really whack, like in last time also he came out, he started hitting everything, trying to hit everything out of the park. But he's also a very genuine batsman. If he just connects cleanly, it'll be very nice. It was a bit unlucky. Shardul Thakur is a terrible fielder, man, and he got spanked while he was bowling as well. So I think he's lucky to be in the team that they're winning right now. But Shardul Thakur is not good. He bowls bad. He bowled badly, but he always feels badly. Like I don't know if you were watching. He missed a simple boundary. Like a simple boundary fielding, and he was just like ball just ran through him. Then he just kept running back and somehow stopped the boundary. And he saved one run eventually. And otherwise, Dhoni was like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" So, but yeah, it was pretty neat. Raina did not come out to bat at all. This is pretty much the first time ever in CSK history where they've lost more than 2 wickets and Raina has not come out to bat. So that means something. I was totally loving it. But all the pace bowlers struggled. Cummins went for 58, Prasidh went for 49, and Nagarkoti and Russell, who only bowled 2 overs, they went for 25 and 27 respectively, and all of them together got 1 wicket. That too also Russell.
And
Russell
Sam
gets
Curran
wickets.
also got hit a lot. I mean,
yeah, Sam Curran also got spanked everywhere, all over the park. He was like, he also got spanked for 58, exactly as Cummins. But he did get the Russell the muscle, so you have to give it to them. Now, are you saying CSK is number 1 right now? What is happening?
Yeah, CSK is number 1 because they're.
But that's just because they've played one more match, right? Tomorrow, Royal Challenge is going to come back.
So.
But their net run rate is very, very good. It's 1.142.
Because both the matches they have won very comfortably.
Yeah, Sunrisers, although they won only 1 match now, suddenly they're back to number 5 because their run rate is net run rate is okay. So that way, because Kolkata is, oh boy, we really thought Kolkata will do better, but Owen Morgan is just not performing. Like it's just not performing, and it's not English team, so it's like a different team. It just means completely different. But yeah, I still have trust in Owen Morgan. They can fire, and today they did show a lot of spine because they could have folded for 77, man.
Correct.
But they almost won the game, so that is something. But Punjab and Rajasthan Royals, whenever they're playing, I'm really watching that match because that is a match, and I really hope it's at some very easy peasy stadium like Mumbai, so they can get everybody can get their averages up. Fast bowlers can get a couple of wickets here and there. So, but it'll be nice because Rahul would be looking forward to that, KL as they call him. So, and maybe Sanju Samson will also get a quick fire 75 of 25.
Yeah, we did see that in the first week. You remember when Sanju Samson made that 100, and they almost won it. It was such a terrible. I mean, it was good to watch, but such a terrible quality of cricket. Everyone dropping catches and then just bowling
that
badly.
Doesn't help, right?
Yeah.
Not only very easy pitches, then you just drop catches. So the batsman is paradise, man. Won't you want to be batsman in this era? It's just it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. CSK is number 1. We wouldn't have predicted this thing, but I don't think that's going to be forever. But now let's be realistic, and CSK can qualify. But let's see, they've just had easier matches. And today, KKR screwed up. So because they've they've beaten all the easier teams. They've beaten Rajasthan Royals, Punjab, and Kolkata, who are like the bottom teams. So when they come up against the big teams like DC, Royal Challengers, and Sunrisers, we'll find out. We'll find out more. Did they beat Sunrisers already? Because I think they beat Kolkata, Rajasthan Royals, and Punjab.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely beaten. Because last time they beat Rajasthan Royals, who were terrible. They definitely beat Punjab because I told you they're made for beating Punjab. So they have to play like big teams. They'll find out. Because I think they lost to one of the big teams. I'm forgetting which team was it. Either it was Delhi or it was Royal Challengers.
Chennai won against Punjab. Then Chennai won against Rajasthan Royals. And then won against... Oh, they have played only 3 matches, is it? Yeah.
No, they played 4 matches. They've lost a match.
Okay, which one? Oh, the first.
They lost the very first.
Okay, second.
The second match.
Delhi Capitals. They lost, yeah.
Delhi Capitals, right. So yeah, they got... Let's see, we'll find out. But I think right now it's looking good for them. So yeah, good luck. So what's the match tomorrow? What is happening tomorrow?
RCB versus Rajasthan Royals.
Just one match, right?
Yeah.
So... RCB versus Rajasthan Royals. So are you putting all your house and money and kids and wives and parents on Rajasthan Royals?
No.
It's gonna get good money for it. You're gonna get good money for it.
Yeah, that is there. But no, I mean, I'm not a good gambler, so I can't take such a huge risk.
You can't say such a. All right, let's
Yeah.
see. Let's hope RCB
And
can
it's in
continue
Mumbai.
tomorrow, and
It's in
it's in
Mumbai,
Mumbai.
so that will be
See,
interesting.
either way, see with T20 anything is possible, but right now RCB has to beat RR, because if they lose to RR, unless RR really performs amazingly, because RCB has to showcase that they are the real deal, and they need to beat teams like RR because they're completely depleted. They got
Yeah.
completely a captain who's like completely out of sorts. Their best players are gone, like genuine best players. Sir Jofra is gone, and
Sir Stokes.
Sir Stokes is gone. So I mean, it's generally like their team is like rubbish, like as rubbish
Yeah.
as possible. They need to come last, and Punjab must be happy that just because Rajasthan Royals is there, they'll not come last. So let's hope. Right now, Punjab is showing as the last because they played 4 matches.
Correct.
And let's see, we'll find out. So I think that's about it from today. And
Yeah.
keep watching IPL. We'll be back on the weekend. There'll be few matches, and then probably we'll do on Sunday or something, and put it out
Yeah.
on Monday. So next few matches we're looking forward to it. We're making less predictions this time, because in a way it becomes a bit ridiculous to make predictions because anything is possible. But I'm definitely predicting that it will be a big battle between Punjab and Rajasthan Royals for the wooden spoon. And Chennai is not going to finish first. They might qualify.
And
Right
Chennai
now,
Sunday.
wait for KKR and SRH to come back and fight for it.
Yeah.
What
And
were you saying?
Chennai is playing RCB on Sunday, so that will be a
All right, we'll figure out. We'll know who's got the real balls.
yeah.
That'll be fun. All right.
Okay.
Take care. Have a good evening and have a good weekend and stay safe. I guess everybody's saying that. So yeah. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.